Sounds like a plan.
All right, hey everybody. We're joined this week by Xyrix,
Hello.
who has I don't want to, make it sound like it took an eternity, but at long last has joined on commentary as the previous week's winners.
Yes, thank you. It did take a little bit longer than one might hope.
Was in many playoffs. I mean, I have a similar, I think, record as far as making it to the playoffs versus actually winning. So it's
you have the excuse that you'd done commentary for a very large number of these.
That's true. Yeah, I haven't played as many as you, but I still think my my ratio at least isn't all that great relative to say Tracer, but
Dominion is pretty hard.
Yeah, well, especially I mean, it's not easy to really consistently win a single elimination one game final format.
Yeah, there's some obstacles there which you can run into.
Dan Brooks has come back and joined us again this week, trying to well, his stated goal is just to play the most games, but the potential other goal is to tie himself or break his tie, I guess, with Sam on the wins leaderboard.
Yeah, we'll see how he does on playing the most games. I mean, I'm out, so that's one big obstacle. Doesn't look like ammo's around, so might only have to play 7 or so to make it there.
So, I mean, 7's easy. I mean, I can manage 7, and I'm only fast when I'm forced to be fast. Truth be told.
So what do we have here? Looks like I would probably want to do something with gears into a pretty fast windfall.
Yeah, I think that looks like the thing.
Poacher is interesting. I would really think you would take an IM.
Yeah, almost any. I mean, not the conclave, but almost any other 4 may help you. Probably. I mean, you're not going to open the advisor, but if you got lucky, it could be fine too.
Yeah.
The poacher. Yeah, I agree. Doesn't seem to do a whole lot. I mean, I guess ball's pretty nice, so there's that. Yeah, I think maybe ball's enough. Though the Ironmonger looks similar, I think, for that purpose. So.
Yeah, I mean, really, it's definitely possible for the Ironmonger to be worse than the poacher at hitting 5, but it's kind of difficult for that to actually happen in practice.
Yeah, I think I agree that if that's your idea, then probably you just go with the Ironmonger. But yeah, definitely a very nice ball board.
Yeah, for sure. Don't really need any of the 5s for anything, so.
No.
Gets 2 Ironmongers. I would have wanted a second gear, I think.
Yeah, I definitely agree with the gear. And you might even just do a minstrel at that point.
Yeah, no, I think the Ironmonger is fine too, but I would have definitely had a slight preference for the minstrel. One of the questions here is when do you want to get the ducat? Since it seems like you do need that.
I mean, I guess just if you have enough on a ball, you can just go ahead and do it. Like now would be probably fine.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I would have even considered it for alienate me on their last turn.
Dan does good, and I think an advisor certainly seems like it's fine at this point too.
Yeah, it seems okay, although I would still definitely prefer gear.
Yeah.
Such a good card.
And going for the second ducat, which I think is probably not needed yet.
Yeah, I don't really see the upside. I mean, it might let you pick up like a pixie. Like 2 turns from now, but that doesn't really feel like enough to justify getting
to
it.
Maybe slow down the windfall or just movement in general.
Yeah. Lion is definitely going hard into the advisors, which relies a little bit on getting one of your cantripy things at the end of in your hand, so that you can actually like pick the last card up and do the windfall.
Mm-hmm. Just windfall gear.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
He's doing pixie.
It seems okay.
Mm-hmm. It may even have been reasonable to delay the windfall another turn. I'm not sure. It really depends. It could go very well for you, I guess, to put it in now, but also you could just end up with like $8 and no buy.
Yeah, although I mean, I think if you do wind up with that and you have to buy a province, like you're not horrifically sad about that.
Yeah.
Or just a ball, probably is suboptimal, but fine. Lion will also get their windfall here.
Didn't have enough to get anything else with it.
Yeah, they could catch a copper, but that doesn't seem worth it.
Yeah, this is gonna get rough now when you can do double ball pixie and then maybe windfall. I guess you don't have to go for a second windfall, but you probably could sustain it okay.
Yeah, I feel like if you ball twice for like draw things, then you're in good shape to windfall again.
Yeah, you even probably on the next turn probably can windfall +1 province.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different ways you can do the buys here, so I don't know exactly what works best, but
yeah, mostly I just don't like seeing the gears at 8 and the minstrels at 10.
Mm-hmm. I do kind of feel like the third buy is gonna be useful here.
Yeah, I would have wanted to get that ducat on this ball.
And so
could see an undo here.
Yeah.
See, if Dan's goal was to get the most games, he really shouldn't have got any advisors here. It just slows things down so much.
This is kind of a clicky board.
Yeah, definitely.
I guess they're fortunate that there aren't attacks in addition to this stuff, or like alt VP, something to extend the length of it could be really bad. Like if you threw black market on this board, you could have some real troubles.
Oh yeah, we'd be here for like 45 minutes easy.
Playing the most games today.
Yeah, let's see. What's on the ban list? Yeah, no black market on there. So taking a risk there.
Still risking it.
Yeah.
A rabble. It's not clear to me a rabble is better than 2 4s, whatever they might be, or 4 and a 3, whatever.
Yeah, I agree definitely. Like the attack, just a big smithy, and that's not really inspiring me.
I mean, like the only reason, like if for some reason the 1 coin mattered in some, math for the next turn, but that seems unlikely.
Yeah. I assume here we see like province plus windfall.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the problem for aligning me is that like the second windfall doesn't do too much for them.
Yeah, that's true. I was just thinking that they could ball for other things.
Like if they don't have the buy, then like Dan can use the money, but I guess they're not intending to windfall or province. Otherwise, they need to spend some coffers and do this in a different order.
Well, you can always buy the windfall and just be sad. That's what they did.
Oh no. Oh no. I wonder if Dan even noticed. That's the kind of thing I would just regularly not just fail to see happen.
Yeah, if you're just not, looking at the log at that minute.
Mm-hmm.
This is a nice gift here.
Yeah. Just free stuff. That I don't know. I don't think you need the 4th one.
Unless you're looking at piles.
Unless there's a pile out. Right. Yeah, you're right. There may very well be. Yeah, that's probably got to be the angle. So 4 balls is 8 gains. Yeah, that'll. Well, they're not gonna have that much money, but oh yeah, they will. Yeah, I guess so. Though if you do that, you can't draw it all, right? Or you can't guarantee it.
Yeah. Which is, I guess, why
he just had it anyway.
I mean, does he have it? Oh yeah. Okay. There's an extra buy here. Okay, so you don't even need to do that. I can't count. It's difficult.
Because you could always get the rest. All right, Dan did that one in 13 minutes. It was okay speed wise, but really not record setting pace by any means.
Yeah, definitely. Well, it's about the persistence to be willing to spend all of the 2 hours playing games as well.
Mm-hmm.
Dan's now trying to re-queue with
Dan. That's pretty funny.
That's one way to keep the games rolling.
I'm trying to see if any of these ones that just kind of paired up, if they're not too far in. Maybe this, we could do this, whoever joins Oloran. Greyhame. All right, that'll work.
Sounds good.
We've got it's like stuff here, but like not like, I don't know. Nothing that goes together super well. You can do some Forge Rat stuff, I guess.
I like the Forge Rat stuff, yeah. You just have to figure out how to get to 7 once.
Yeah, it's like one of those things where you can do it, but it'll still just, you could do something more straightforward here and be kind of close to it, I think. I don't know.
It's very tempting to open double rats, though.
That'd be so hard to, like, where are you going for that? You get the market squares.
Yeah, just get the market squares, and then, I don't know.
The 7 just doesn't come unless you're real lucky, I don't think.
Yeah.
If you open the double rats.
It's probably hard. So I guess maybe you do I do want 8 rats to start, I think, and maybe just like rats skulk or something.
Yeah, I guess you could double skulk, give you some kind of shot of getting it on that shuffle even. Though,
yeah, that's true.
I don't know if that's really good, but
I mean, it would be nice to like hit 5 and like get a lab.
yeah. What's it say? So first 5 on a tro. Yeah, I mean, at some point your the deck expansion happens so much that trashing is like almost impossible to do. Like you get a Forge, you can, I don't know. This is a nice draw though for Oloran. The rats are partially sad here because there's like you know, you can't like turn them into something you want. except like province, I guess.
Oh, the rats. Yeah, sorry. I just got back. I had some internet connectivity problems there.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, like the rats, like if you have one rat, you can forge it into nothing that you want, basically.
That's true. Pretty much just another rats.
Yeah.
Which is maybe not really what you're hoping to do, per se.
You really for this deck, you really want another trash for benefit thing, in addition to the forge, maybe. Something anyway.
Yeah, your options kind of limited if you don't hit 7 in a prompt manner.
Yeah, like well, and Olerin has the forge now. Or never mind, they didn't buy one. They had 7. They didn't buy a forge.
Yeah, that seems a little suspect.
So at this point, the rats will just be forever rats.
Well, you just got alms for the piles then.
Yeah.
Hard work, but you know someone's got to do it.
But you're for sure gonna, yeah, this is gonna. Someone line 8 me just buys, you know, lab and whatever each turn. It's gonna look rough. I get a forge now. Okay.
It is definitely impressive that they've managed to deplete 7 rats already by turn 8. And now they're pilgrimaging to get some more rats. Doesn't seem crazy to get a second forge. Maybe a little bit. Maybe I just want the rats thing too much still.
Yeah, they don't even have rats. I mean, obviously they could get them, but
I mean, once you have the 2 forges, then you're ready. You know,
right.
you can rats away with impunity.
You can buy rats, then your shuffle, which is like 20 cards long.
Yeah,
you'll see the rats 6 turns from now.
I mean, that's why you can't settle for 1 rats. You gotta get a whole set.
But you can't even play that one yet. I guess you can just keep almsing for him.
Yeah, just it's hard work, but someone's got to do it if you're gonna get back to the bottom of the rats pile.
Yeah, like here you just get a province, but it's still like, I don't know. I think you just go ahead and do the province, but I mean the other way is maybe reasonable, but I mean truthfully put, it doesn't matter. I think your opponent's deck is gonna be a mess for the rest of the game.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to say that one way is correct when you're 100% to win either way.
Pretty good hand for forging.
Yeah, get rid of some of these trackers.
You know what? There's a card that is exactly equal to the cost of 2 trackers.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think that's the one you want.
Yeah, I agree. Skulk looks like the thing to get.
Yeah. Need some more gold. Not enough gold yet.
Oh, and I kept both the trackers. That's pretty sad.
Yeah.
it almost looked like a trash everything into some price that doesn't exist hand.
Yeah, I could see that. Like that'd be fine. I think. Like keep the gold, I guess. But other than that,
Is the right answer for Drats.
yeah, you kind of need one of those pieces of the puzzle to get there.
There's no way they'll be able to buy a forge.
No, they're pretty locked out of that now.
They wanted to. Do they think they can alms? They can't alms.
Need the tracker
If
for
they want
more
a tracker.
rat food.
Well, if you don't buy the forge when you hit 7, definitely won't ever come together.
Yeah.
Which I think happened. Maybe I'm wrong and I counted, or there was a hex or something, but I believe they passed on it. It was during your disappearance.
Yeah, it looks like turn 5 they had it, and they got treasure trove tracker instead.
Yeah, maybe this next hand they
Maybe.
kept the rats though and the copper. So I no longer have high hopes for making it on the next hand.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to discard the rats because there's probably just more rats down there. So.
Oh, they did it.
There. We got there.
We can get another gold. Truthfully, in the meantime, Align Me's deck hasn't really gone anywhere either.
No, they've sort of just been picking up labs, which is.
I think if they had, on that forge turn, they'd really trashed with it, then I think they'd be in a position, but.
Yeah.
Then it's still in this person is still in Lauren Greyheim. There's a lot of letters in that name. Still did not take their forge.
Someone should really tell them that they don't have to use all their buys.
Well, it's the only reason it's puzzling to me, I guess, is because they obviously wrote that sentence,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which suggests they're on top of that. But here, Align Amy is choosing not to trash coppers, which is not really a thing you want to do with your forge. If you're gonna buy a forge anyway.
Well, maybe they're gonna get a bunch of rats here.
They're going all the way back. At which point I assume they are going to trash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do they say rats is danger? Oh, rats. No, you'd be fine. There's only. Oh, when I was forging, yeah. I agree that you want to do that. Sad draw though. Well, I guess you could just buy province.
But still, they have almost all the labs.
Yep. Oh. They just forgot to bring forge. This poor India's hit pretty hard. This is, you just alms that hand, I guess, if you want to get something.
I don't think anyone has actually used alms this whole game. All right, there you go. I'm gonna be rooting hard for this rats thing to come together and pull out.
Did they buy a forge now? Okay. Wow. I feel like forge, you should just be allowed to do up to on the gain.
That would be nice.
I mean, it's interesting to have the forced exact too, but like right now, I just want the forge to be better than it is, and the up to would really help it here.
Yeah, I don't think it would be better with that, but not like so much better.
Oh.
I wonder if either of them are going to go around to flipping their pilgrimage back up.
Oh yeah, they both haven't. I just hope we get the rats emptied before the end.
Seems a little unlikely since Greyham does not seem to be willing to play their rats if they don't have a target in hand. Oh, there we go. We got a friendly rats trash.
The plan all along. Just been waiting for war.
Yeah. Next up will be locusts. And then you get a famine to shuffle all the rats out of your deck.
And if Align Me does not, oh, they don't. There's only 2 left. I was gonna say that if they don't bottom deck draw, they can still actually draw deck again, but play them all, Olorin. We just get that pile empty. It'll be a moral victory.
Yeah, then you also get to do the reveal a hand with all rats thing, which is pretty fun.
Yeah. And eventually, you don't have to pick what to trash. Game just does it for you.
Yeah, that's a real efficiency gain, I would say.
I got to have that happen. That was fun.
Nice.
It was not fun. All right. Oren gets a province. All right, Line 8 Me closes it out.
Yep, so we didn't get to see any rats get forged, but so it goes.
There's almost enough. I mean, the other thing was almost slow enough that I think if Olorin had taken the forge, that they might have been, in it.
Yeah, if they got that turn 3 forge, then things could have been different for sure.
We could watch. Well, this would be 3 with Line 8 Me. Maybe Minion Pawn. I don't know.
Sounds fine.
I don't have all of these people.
This sure is a board.
Well, we might want to watch this.
Yeah,
I'm interested.
This looks great.
I'm all about it.
There's a lot of cards. There's a lot of cards on this board. I guess the question is, do you want the silk or the groom to start out with?
I think I'd probably do the silk on the opening.
Or I guess silos. Silos could be good too.
Yeah, it could be silos. Yeah, silkers. I think I do silker silos. I just want to play the ambassador at least the first shuffle, like
yeah,
more likely, quicker, and all that.
Although I mean, if you take, fairly hard to not play it. Since if you manage to hit 4 on turn 3, you can buy silos. But I guess with groom, there's some risk of that still.
Minion pawn goes with the groom, which of course the groom is good here, but I don't think I open it. It's the second groom. I think that's just like excessive.
Yeah, that's asking for trouble.
They do, fortunately. I mean, the nice thing, of course, about collision here is you can fix it. But it, and of course, there's a village, so you'll be able to get everything in order at some point. But you may have some awkward turns as far as terminal collision at the start if you put this many in. Yeah,
this next shuffle for minion pawn looks problematic-ish. Assuming they gain the silk and play the amp here.
If they had, I don't know what you buy on turn 3 as minion pawn with that 4. If you do a silos there, if you go ahead and take a village.
I think I would definitely take the silos just to, because
you're right. There was, protect the bottom deck at that point. Yeah, that's gotta be. You're right.
Yeah, and also just guarantees you line up the amp with the 2 estates, which is wonderful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think gotta be silos. And I think even, wow,
that's
pretty incredible.
Yeah,
you can that's actually just super incredible.
Grab I don't know, fisherman and maybe just fisherman and village, or fisherman and mission. It could be a mission.
Yeah.
I never know when you're supposed to mission on these ambassador type boards.
I would probably not take a fisherman. If I was buying cards, I would be in villages. So
yeah, that's right.
It would probably be village on, I don't know, whether double village, village mission, village silos. I'm not sure. Mission looks pretty good given the upcoming hand. Because you're not buying anything anyway there. Though again, the next turn, the deck composition and the next time around looks a little scary still, given what you're probably going to gain with your grooms.
I was thinking of gaining nothing with my groom. That was my plan.
Yeah.
Although I mean, it could be better to just like gain gain the village and not play the amb, given that you can't return two things.
Yeah. The fisherman over village buy is pretty sad.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that's just gonna. This shuffle is sure to be. Well, right
Fun.
now, it just looks considerably worse to me.
Yeah, no, I agree.
What I'm really afraid of is well, someone just did it, but conclaves over villages.
Mm.
Because like here, you just you just keep doing silks, which are fine, but not really. I don't know.
It seems like you need to stop. Okay, we do get a village here, so that's
Okay. Yeah.
that's nice. I mean, I think it'll work out. Like you can play the silk here. You can buy two more villages.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you can fix it in this shuffle. Or at least make it much better. The deck is still quite large though, so there's yeah, I mean these are all like numbers of grooms you might like to have at some point in this game.
Yeah, just not this point.
But
so
not
much.
at this point.
I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to justify using that much terminal space on it when all your draw is terminal and like two cards type draw.
Mm-mm. Still just gotta be village.
Yeah, just want to do that pile.
Because these hands are just not gonna stop happening. Just gonna continually have too many terminals. Like
No,
now
like
you take 3 silks or something. Just please take village. No. You don't even have. Yeah.
Yeah, someone told them once that Silk Merchant was a good card, and you should just keep clicking on it.
It's like all this lackey's propaganda.
Yeah, yeah.
The next shuffle is going to be really terrifying, and I don't know why they stopped there either. Okay. I still don't know why they stopped there.
That's a good question.
Yeah, this is just yeah. Gotta get the villages. Now doing estates.
Yeah, it's a long road to climb to get to that estate pilot on this board.
Take another village. Please don't take another groom. I guess they could. And they could try to go for the Olerin could try to go for the estate pile out.
That's true. Like I feel like it would need a little bit more deck control still, because they have a problem where they have 4 estates already.
Yeah.
And they did lose the Silk Merchant split pretty hard. Gotta say.
So Minion Pawn just doing this groundskeeper thing, I guess. I guess you can keep putting them back in and get tokens that way.
That's true.
I mean, I think they'll probably just empty them, but that would be a possible thing in some universe. It's a case where like both players got the right cards for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely not the right amounts, and not the right timing of them. But like the cards in the decks are like exactly the cards you want.
These conclaves.
Yeah. It is, yeah, it is pretty hard to actually empty this stuff here. That last Silk Merchant play was a little weird.
I guess they are getting there. One groom play at a time.
So many unplayed ambassadors throughout the game too, in preference to other actions.
Yeah,
that was really another weird Silk play.
It seems like they're just cycling for the sake of it, which doesn't really seem like what you want to do given what you're doing to your deck.
Yeah. If Olerin could start ambassadoring and playing goons and stuff, they could still win. But I don't think the deck is like I don't think the stuff is in there that could make it draw enough to do that.
No, they're way over terminal too, it seems like. Here you can return a groom to the supply pile and then slow things down a bit.
That would actually probably be correct.
Yeah.
and by village. Because you really do have like, I mean, with 3 grooms in the pile, there really is time for it. Especially if your opponent is discarding grooms. Oh, no, I read that wrong. For some reason, I thought they already had groom in hand. But yeah, like, there's probably time. No.
We need villages.
Again, they've drawn like 3 grooms dead through this shuffle. When they could just leave them and wait till they come up when they're playable.
They should probably start buying curses. Maybe that's not correct, but that's kind of what it feels like.
That would, I think, lose for sure. Yeah, I mean, first, I think still Oloran can win this game. Don't buy copper, don't buy copper, don't buy copper, don't do it again. Don't do it. Yes.
All right.
This is a fine time to play the Silk Merchant, but the other ones were pretty questionable. This could be a pretty good turn, Oloran.
Yeah, we'll see where they get. They do have the second goons somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's these conclaves though. So bad.
Just like double Dutchy. I think there I actually do go full points.
Yeah.
In hopes of just, because it could be up to 18 now. And like if you're at 18 with this left, you can easily win.
Yeah. That would just,
and in fact they would have. But they still have additional time, so they may still just end up winning.
Yeah, just got to get that province here.
Yep.
Nope,
no.
That was not.
Oh, and they dropped the. Oh, and they lowered the villages too.
It's sad.
Well, not yet. They can't. But yes, they will be able to.
I guess I thought they had more time than they did.
Yeah, yeah, double Dutchy into whatever they would have won.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if they see the pile and all that, but there was a line. Indian Pawn can just play the grooms to get the 4 pile.
Yep, a little extra on top.
All right.
That was a game.
Yep.
Jump in this crab cat. Looks like they just started.
Cool.
I don't know. Probably my sense of timing. Going faster on turn 11, which is
what about Foley and I don't know if they didn't get a game. HQ'd, but
No.
they maybe already played each other. Oh. Maybe Foley and Minion Pawn.
Yeah, it looks like Foley just started in there, yeah. Well, this looks fairly gross. I guess you can build the gamble courtyard deck where you have one courtyard and one mount bank. And you put the mount bank on top.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that probably is the thing.
Minion Pawn starts with the Young Witch, which is okay, I think. Seems okay enough.
Yeah, I think it's probably fine. Don't know if I'd open it, but it should be fine. Herald, that's so ambitious. I don't know that it's gonna.
Yeah, Charm is, I don't know, beyond ambitious. What's the next thing?
At least that Charm is still a silver at worst. Now, I mean, you should probably be taking the Mountain Bank, but the Heralds are like cantrips.
But it tells you what the top card of your deck is, so you can know to gamble.
You can gamble with confidence.
Yeah, exactly. Like right here, you can gamble into the quarry if you want.
So that you can, which unlocks you being able to buy nobles, I guess. Cycles, yeah, exactly. Cycles still lets you buy another Mountain Bank. Kind of interesting that they don't go for it.
I mean, I think it's okay because you probably just want to use the quarry this turn.
Yeah, but at this point, I mean, yeah, it does so little. The quarry does so little here, just as a, like, silver is almost always the same thing. In a way that, like, you care about a lot. Like, they did unlock nobles, but do you really want to buy a nobles? I'm not sure.
I wouldn't want to buy nobles personally. I just want like my 3 mountebanks and that's it.
Yeah. I don't think the Herald stuff will pull together.
I have less than zero faith in the Heralds representing a positive improvement over almost anything else they could have bought from there.
Dan has so far played 6 games, so he's
that's pretty good.
Doing pretty good on that front.
I'm impressed.
I wonder if you do flip curses, like if you know curse. I guess it depends on what you've seen of your opponent's deck.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
You can use your charm power to gain a Pearl Diver and a Haven.
You gotta power up those heralds somehow.
As you do, Charm Mountebank is okay. Probably. I don't know if, I mean, probably a little better than gold. Maybe not.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it kind of has to be. Maybe not. I mean, curses are almost out.
If you do the buy, you should certainly do gold, but no, I don't think you want Herald.
They're so ambitious.
Now you can top deck a bunch of Heralds. You can top deck a Pearl Diver.
Top
have
deck
your
curse.
Bane. Yeah, yeah.
I have done that like once or twice. Like buy a Herald that I knew would never hit just because I really wanted to top deck something.
Yeah, I tend to forget it exists at all.
I mean, it's probably just never good, but you know.
I mean, I think I've had some games where, like, after the fact, people have been like, if you had done Herald here, you know, you could have, like, won a prize or whatever right away or something. Like, I think I had a game that was like that. And it just, you know, I don't know. I never remember Herald has an overpay.
We can blame the client because it doesn't have like a little plus sign next to the 4 there.
Do the other ones have that?
No,
it would just be one of the. It would be a thing for the client though to have it on everything but one card.
Yeah, that'd be kind of funny. But like, yeah, you don't really forget that Stonemason and Doctor you can overpay for.
Right. Yeah. Most of the overpay things, like, that's the point of the card.
Yeah.
And then, or it's the main thing, and Herald is the opposite.
I don't think we've seen a single Herald hit this whole game, so we can get excited when the first one happens.
Yeah. Just Mountebanks on the board. You think my first shuffle, I'm getting a Herald. That's not it. No trashing anyway. Maybe hard even with trashing.
You need some pretty good trashing on this board.
Did empty them. Tracer writes this message and like a second later gets added.
Oh, there we go. We got a double Herald hit even.
This is, I mean, the curse blocking, I'm more sympathetic to. The Herald thing, I feel no zero sympathy whatsoever. Guess you can get double nobles here. For how much exactly do you have? Can you do Nobles Province? No. Maybe you just do Haven Province.
Yeah, I think you need the province.
Yeah, the pearl diver's too low to not score here. You can gamble once.
Good bard. That flames gift.
Did you go for the double nobles? This is game if they see it. Yep. Yeah, you just have to take province there. Minion pawn got a pretty nice final turn there to get that, but still.
Like the nobles aren't, that much better cards than the province anyways.
No, I mean, you may never see. I didn't see the shuffle, but I imagine that the chances of seeing them were not super high.
Yeah. Anyway, should we join Tracer, who seems to have just started here?
Sure.
They're on turn 7.
Oh, okay. What do they have? A bunch of stuff. Whatever, we can figure it out.
There's birds and sea hag. Tracer seems to have a sea hag, which seems pretty good.
This is one of those where I would try to do something with the dogs and it wouldn't work.
Yeah, it's so tempting, right? There's a lot of.
So I mean, you can activate it. It's just like whether it was worth the effort.
Yeah. Just got to get him and hope it stops your opponent from playing the sea hag.
Mm-hmm.
Exiling curses to gain embargoes. That's not like. I mean, it's a pretty sad form of curse trashing. Maybe it's not the saddest one.
It's pretty close.
Yeah.
The curse exile is such a sad thing in general.
Yeah, and especially you don't even have any terminal space here to like actually play the embargo reliably. So you might just take a state. I don't know.
It's just proof that I wonder if Tracer are double advisors.
Seems reasonable.
In any case, it looks like Tracer has this well in hand.
Indeed.
So I did not know Lepek had a guide, so that at least changes it a bit. But probably not enough. We'll see. I wonder if you do toss the junk automatically. I don't know what his odds were of like getting into magpies and stuff, but maybe if you had more in hand already. And toss coppers over the purple and green stuff.
This looks like a better hand to have saved the guide for, but
Well, the
There's a
other one
lot of
was
that.
like 3 coppers, right?
Yeah, I mean 3 coppers, like you get
I mean, it
pretty
seemed
nice
like
silver.
a reasonable guide, I guess. But yeah, I mean, you're right. This is worse. I would have totally missed the pageant. There's no chance I don't auto click end turn.
Feels too fancy to need to play a copper into the ether.
Yeah. Some people have like they're never visible in the tables. Like I can never find Folivora either. I don't know, maybe they have a setting messed up or something.
Yeah, I feel like some people are just buggy for me, or I don't know if it's people in particular, but I do get like where I just can't see them, or friends or whatever.
Mm-hmm. I guess you do want to trigger the shuffle. No, they didn't go for that.
I would have gone for it. Yeah, seems better
It
on a horse.
looked like one to trigger. Here's the horse. That's interesting.
It's kind of a hard decision. I don't know what I would do other than resign.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah. In the world where the game isn't like already decided.
Yeah,
I
mean,
don't
I
know.
guess like it's kind of unlikely that Tracer shuffles again. So
Yeah, pretty sadly, pick goes scrap to duchy there instead of province to duchy. You can play the scrap. I don't know if there's a good target for it, but that's the whole point of that's the whole point of displace. You get to turn your provinces into things and still keep
you
them.
You can also scrap provinces though, and that's pretty fun.
Yeah. Maybe Tracer will do it now. Coward.
Nope. For shame.
Play pick fighting on. Not just clicking the end. Tracer slowly acquiring coffers.
I mean, Levick just needs Tracer to dud like, maybe 3 more times will do it.
First to estate. Not the exciting curse to estate.
Nope.
Wraps it up.
An exciting game with the Seahag as they usually are. Looks like Apple just started here, so I'll sit in on this. Although it's black market, which is something of a commitment.
Is anyone else started? We could try to get another Dan game.
Yeah, we could do that rather than yeah.
Dan Tracer, there you go.
Yeah. Pretty nice board. Mastermind, Tragic Hero is fun.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Guess the start is a little slow. Well, depending, but sometimes you play these games with the replace getting cursed things and the decks just kind of fall apart.
Yeah. I was a little sad to see Tracer take the replace for that reason, but I think they'll be able to keep control here.
Yeah.
Dan has the sad ghost. Should have bought Survivors there so that you could ghost Survivors.
Is he just gonna ghost? Or is he gonna try for something fancier? Could have tried for the hero there, I guess.
Yeah.
3 buys and have the 2 goals. You get a really nice cemetery and.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good to me. Like, you can definitely get some good use out of those buys and all that draw.
And go for a cemetery now. And of course, Dan still gets a nice cemetery, but he doesn't get to. That's all he does then. Does Tracer just have? Does Tracer have another cultist down in there?
I'm not sure. No.
Yeah.
No,
so Dan's actually not getting any more ruins in, which is pretty unfortunate for Dan.
Yeah.
Pretty friendly couple shuffles for Tracer, I think. To get the village in front of the cultists there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he top decked the one cultist, presumably already knowing the other stuff, but.
Yeah, it seems like the early replace for Tracer put in some good work there. Given that he doesn't have to buy the cemeteries half as much.
Wonder if he's taken a ghost from the abandoned mine. Does go for it. Doesn't find village this time.
This is a nice little sequence for Dan.
I wonder if Dan gets Mastermind, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta start looking at all the pile stuff. For sure. Oh, he had ruined library. I see. I was like, why are you not immediately? I think you just top decking a GM there.
Yeah, that seems pretty good.
Thank you. Save back one. Okay, he's going to the treasure here. I would have. That's probably fine. I would have thought about the cemetery, but this is probably pretty good.
Yeah, it feels to me a little bit like he needed that cemetery, given that he has no draw cards, or he has the tragic hero, I guess, and that's his only draw card.
Mm-hmm. He's gonna have a very big next turn.
Surprised you buy Grand Market there instead of Tragic Hero. Just feels a lot better if you get to triple 2 actions and double another one.
Yeah.
Like you have to be looking at ending it like on that turn.
Yeah, it would have been nice to ghost the ghost the tragic hero for sure. I'm not sure how easy the piles are to do. So there's not so much chaining you can do with the replace. I mean, they don't have that much draw. Maybe. Be done. Oh, they still have this tragic hero. Okay. Yeah, maybe this is just gonna be it. Can probably finish the estates and the curses. Well, no, not both of those, but like.
It feels like, yeah, you could do like cemeteries and curses, maybe.
Cemeteries and curses should be doable. Possibly even just cemeteries and estates.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's what, 6, 8, 10 gains. Oh yeah, plus. Okay,
oh,
yeah,
never mind. And this, yeah. You probably can't do all 3 of them. Forgot the additional masterminds there. All right. Dan had that result prepped. That came in.
I guess that's what you do to be fast. You like fill out the results.
Dan stopped in the middle of that turn. You know, once he saw the win, went over and filled it out.
It's a bold move. Yeah, he's doing well. 8-1, 37 points. It's a pretty nice day at the Q Cup.
Mm-hmm. We could probably follow Treasure. Probably more likely to get someone soon because he's gonna have much fewer people that aren't eligible to play him. Whether that's turns out to be true or not.
Yeah, well, having only played 3 people, Tracer, he has some work to do if he wants to get to those playoffs. Although not like that much work to do. Just needs to win like 2 games.
Yeah, it's funny. The sometimes the gap, sometimes fourth place is like super easy to get, and sometimes it's not at all. I don't remember what the lowest, because the lowest is like really not much. Did Tracer and Align 8 may play yet?
I will be right back while we wait for Tracer to find someone.
Did get Iris. Tracer was right. Okay, so we got a fortress, but not really much to do with it. Not anything really useful to do with it. But anyway, drawn by and all that, so you can just, Iris has a 5/2, goes with the counterfeit, looks right. Not sure if you get the Guardian or not, actually. It's not clear to me anyway. I wouldn't be mad if they took a Guardian. I wouldn't be mad if they passed on it. Tracer is gonna go Silk Plot maybe, or no, go Silk Church. Okay. Iris's Guardian gets him to 6, which isn't especially nice here. I guess you could Church Transport on something, which could be good. I don't know, you transport like a Swashbuckler, just in anticipation of being able to get one later. You could also do Church Night Watchman and toss all 5. That might be good. They do go with transporting Church, but they transport Silk Merchant, which is, I don't know, taking a Silk Merchant off the exile mat is not gaining, so that's not so appealing to me. So, like, obviously they'll probably gain a Silk Merchant at some point in this game, and it could be good. Transport probably should have been on the Fortress or a Swashbuckler, I would guess, if you're gonna go with that. Otherwise, I kind of like the Night Watchman to get rid of this hand. This is pretty sad too, to transport again here. I think is not that appealing. You're not going to be able to support all these Silk Merchants, which in this instance are actually just moats. Not a little better moat, but like, you don't get the bonuses, so they're going to look pretty bad coming off the mat.
Well, you know, you can trash them with the Church, and then and get the bonus on the leading instead of Kai.
Yeah, the two silk merchants in exile is like the saddest thing. to have spent your transports on.
Yeah, there's really a lot of better options there. You can get some swashes.
Yeah. I mean, if they can get a bunch of fortresses and there's something, then that's still a deck, but right now,
It seems like they might be having the moment where they expected to gain a bunch of villagers when that happened and didn't.
Yeah, doubling down on that to add the fourth silk merchant, I don't think is the thing with 0 fortresses. Like if you're putting 3 in before the shuffle, I would throw in a village with them for sure.
That does seem wise.
But yeah, like that turn could have been gain fortress and 3 swashbucklers, right? That would have been. That sounds pretty exciting. Trisha just transporting.
Yeah, I guess he had to top deck it looks like, but
yeah, I mean, he did it because of the top deck stuff. That silk merchant was very sad. That last play. This like surely is a fortress, like surely you see. Though it's not going to help you that much, but
you got to start taking him at some point.
Yep. Yeah, it'll help you. It's just not going to fix the problem yet, but it'll make it better. It's starting to look like that other game as far as this deck composition.
There are some similarities given that like if you play 2 grooms to gain silk merchants, the first one is, well, like I said, you still get the coffer, but it's usually not really what you want.
Iris just takes another silk merchant, so this shuffle is for sure just looks the same problem.
Yeah.
Tricia's deck is also sort of in a little bit of an awkward stage, but
Tracer is also transporting silk merchants.
Yeah, I don't like that play either. Like
it's all the rage.
He had buy, like you could just buy a silk merchant and buy a different 3. Like
yeah, it seems like I kind of wanted like a silver there. Like that deck seemed ripe for for silver.
Yeah, well, like 7 after your counterfeit play, so 6 the next turn is not an exciting amount of money.
Yeah, and it's like, I mean, I could see that if you're like worried about, like Silk's running and then you just not having draw, but like, you can get swashbucklers. It's not like they're important because they're the only draw or anything.
Yeah, no, they're not even. I mean, the on-game stuff is nice, but other than that, they're not good.
Yeah,
or they're not great here. They're just whatever. But I'm sure this turn Tracer will pull stuff off the mat. Since he's got a bunch of fortresses sitting there. Yeah. But Iris's issue isn't gonna go away for a bit. I would just set aside both the silk merchants. No, there's no. Maybe, I don't know, given that there's 2 down there, maybe that's what you want to do, but
it's like defensible-ish.
Yeah, it's probably fine. It's probably right. I didn't know exactly what was down there, but that's probably okay. It's funny, Olerin won that game with Apo, with the black markets and so whatever else was going on there.
Oh, nice. Sad, little sad we missed that. Olren's
Redemption arc.
Exactly, his first, their first Q Cup win.
Mm-hmm. And with black market, no less, against a strong player.
Mm-hmm. That seems weird. Why did we not church the Silk Merchant?
Trisha really wanted 7 buys.
It's gonna be like gold and 6 coppers.
That is really weird. Why in the world? This was a very lucky turn for, well, maybe lucky is not the right word. The composition looks okay now. These decks are really underwhelming.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna blame the single church. Like, only buying one church, I just hate it. It just makes your turns way worse than if you get 2 churches.
It's just turn 11 here with some nice accelerating cards and not much to show for it.
Yeah. Like, just think how much nicer this would be all be if you could set aside like the Guardian and the 2 estates.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if Trace's plan with the Bard is to try and use that as like basically the only way you can get Swashbuckler to give you coffers on this board.
So hard.
It's a little optimistic, but you just have to find the Swashbuckler and the Bard at the top of the shuffle and 2 fortresses.
Yeah. And the boon. And the deck's like tiny. Does anyone have anything in exile still? Nope.
Here, I guess you just get like 2 Bards.
Yeah, I guess. Or I guess you could get your second. You could go Bard Church. Maybe it's too late.
Yeah, it feels a little too late at this point.
Just using them as haven things.
I mean, it feels like you gotta build the payload now. Otherwise, like, you are somewhat severely behind.
Yeah. Gold silver seems fine.
Yeah. I probably just like Bard too much. But it's just fun to click on things and get
Yeah,
bans.
no, I mean I love bans. I don't know if I'd get 2 bards there, but I could see 1.
Yeah,
Maybe you can go Bard Silver. I would be a little
Yeah.
scared of the terminals, but and that might be wrong. There are some villagers and stuff to smooth stuff out for a little bit, but
yeah, I mean, well, they both have 5 fortresses, so it's like not infinite terminal space.
eventually you probably need Swashbuckler too. So double gold seems like a little optimistic. But maybe I'm missing something.
It seems alright to me. Like he overdrew by 3 there.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Doesn't counterfeit. That's pretty weird.
Yeah, that I don't understand. I mean, I guess it doesn't really get you anything. Well, it depends on what you're buying here, but I don't really see a reason why you want 10 instead of 9.
Does it get you anything in the future? I mean, I guess the point would be if it stops you from drawing on your next turn, then it was
Yeah,
really,
I mean that's
really bad.
risk, yeah.
Even if you're not using the dollar.
But again, like I mean, he had this was their church turn, but
yeah,
a lot of draw.
Well, I mean, buy 2, no trash, no church. That's underdrawn now. Well, the Guardian's going away. Maybe it's still break even. Maybe if you hit everything, you get it. You draw deck still, but so church did 3 cards, I think. So it's like a 4 out of the deck.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure. They left 4 draw and played. They bought 2 cards, and then they took 1 out of the deck with a Guardian play. So I think they're underdrawn this turn. At least to get everything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this arithmetic may be messed up in some way, but
it's like on that line, at least, definitely. Yeah. I think you're right. Yeah.
And when you're playing like Village Moat and you're underdrawn, there's like real chance of just like stopping right away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go. That's a stop because yeah, they only have 1 more silk, I think. But yeah, this is definitely the point where I want the second church now. Like, buy province church. I don't know what else. More payload. Yeah, it looks like the pace of this game is just going to kill Tracer here, since he's still he's now 10 points back of fourth place there.
Mm. Yeah. Gonna take some losing from the people who are up there.
Yeah, yeah.
In conjunction with them winning his last game. Probably. Or would be what it would take.
Oof, these estates.
Triple
I do
estate.
not like these estates.
No. They seem Tracer. I mean, maybe it's like they're just trying to see if Tracer duds, but this will be a pile out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it was. I think that was probably the line that they were going for anyway. Was just maybe Tracer won't draw.
Although,
but
I mean,
they had like top deck to Swashbuckler, so that was not.
Yeah.
I don't think very likely at all. I wonder how far. That was 4 minutes ago. Probably pretty far. I guess safe bet is to just go ahead and finish out with Tracer to get some game. Well. We'll see. Someone will take them up. Yeah, so Tracer could get there, but it's going to take Minion, Pawn, or EH losing a game.
Yeah, I guess both of them.
Mm-hmm. Then there's also could be some problems of other people passing Tracer in the meantime.
Mm-hmm.
Or passing or dying anyway. Lapik, Lapik, whatever vowel sounds.
Yeah, I don't know. I should figure this out since they're a fellow Canadian member of
or are they Canadian?
Team Canada. Yeah,
they're everywhere now.
It's true.
I thought there were like 5 people there.
Yeah, no, they keep coming out of the woodwork, you know.
All right, we got Alibi and Tracer. 5-2 and 4-3, whatever. They all look about the same. I guess it didn't. I never know. Is that even good? I don't really know.
Yeah, it seems. I think it's good just because like Den's like a good card here.
This is Blitz, man.
Yeah. Wow. Well, Tracer wants that that third win before the time's up. I'm sure.
Right.
Tracer goes for potion. Yeah. All right. I mean,
they both have the potion and the exorcist and stuff. I guess it's Alibi's just a little bit further ahead on the line, but maybe not by the. It's when all's said and done. Scrying pool could definitely make somebody sad and somebody happy on this game. True. See how it works out.
I guess the idea here is like you just get pools and do the pool soldier thing.
Yeah. Or yeah, there's not a lot of other payload, is there?
No, there really isn't. Huh. That surprises me.
I think that's wrong.
Yeah. Wisp was just really nice compared to Estate.
Yeah. And I think the other actions you might buy are pretty good too.
Like yeah, I think you need IM at some point. Yeah. I would guess for like village effect. Yeah. Or even just like more peasants. Like you just need so many peasants to do the thing.
Yeah. They got a good turn off it. Off the din.
That's true.
So there was at least that. They did. I mean, it did the. I guess it did the intended effect. It did basically accelerate a whole shuffle, or help with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely possible they were tracking more than I was, and saw that was needed.
Yeah, I mean, they had to guide away a hand that already had some reasonably good stuff in it, so I'm not sure. Oh, no, they didn't. Or they did. Yeah, they did, but it was a garbage hand, or not completely garbage. But I don't know what I'm talking about. The pools are about gone. Flips the disciple. That was pretty sad.
Yeah, Tracer's looking good here. They've got the buy in their deck. They'll be able to move up to teacher.
Do you think they will?
I don't know. I'm always people are always saying I get too many teachers, but I think you need teacher here. Like, disciple is a bad village.
That's a pretty good village here.
I mean, it's good. It's a good card and not an amazing village, given that you want to play like, because you need. I mean, you need the village for the payload for the soldiers, and you also need it for the buy on the peasants. So like, I don't know. I mean, it seems like he's gonna try. He's gonna just do IMs instead, which is.
He's mostly just thinking you can use it to gain IMs, which should be pretty good.
Yeah, that's true.
Or more or less alternate between gaining like IMs and peasants.
I don't know. Whenever I try and use, I feel like trying to use Ironmonger and Pool together and like use Ironmonger as the village is just like, it's just asking for you to like draw your whole deck on the first click and then you're sad.
Yeah, I mean I think here it's safe for quite a while.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you got 5 coppers and you got some dens now. I mean, not that the dens like, I don't know if the dens are net positive for it being a village, but
yeah, I mean, you're right that it could be. You can also like force some actions into the discard depending on how the shuffling or how the turn is going along. So I don't know.
I don't know. I would want the action token, and maybe that's wrong, but like it just seems so much less finicky than the alternative, and like a throne that gains an Ironmonger is like a good card, but it's not like, it's not as good as like using the disciple to gain pools,
I would not play both dens. Not sure. I don't think I would play both dens.
Yeah, I would not buy that den. I would buy IM.
Oh, I see. One was okay. Like Trisha came out fine here and didn't even need to do like disciple on disciple, which was they could have probably done as well.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, maybe. Yeah, Libby would definitely be better off if they had a IM here for discipling purposes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like now the teacher play comes, like all you can do is buy single province. Tracer is like gonna triple or quad.
Yeah, no, I mean,
but I don't know that that's like, yeah, I don't know that it has much to do with the promotion or not, but
yeah, I mean Tracer was just like, you know, in a nice place already, and this is what happens when you're ahead on a peasant board.
Yeah,
and you get to the point where you don't have to like, you know, sell out for the cycling and stuff, and you get to actually play the cards that you want.
Lab Ironmonger, the worst Ironmonger there. All right, Tracer does in fact have time to find another game, so see if he succeeds in getting an opponent. Dan has gotten up to 11 games. I assume he's in one, so he'll probably get 12 in the end.
That's pretty good. 12 is a lot of games. I'm impressed.
In the meantime, unfortunately for Tracer, EH won a game, so that actually didn't move Tracer any closer to that position.
Yeah, I definitely was going to have trouble winning 2 games before the cutoff.
4 minutes. We may, oh, well, there's Dan Tracer. Well, we'll see. Mario Tracer. Okay, so this is just a mess. Gotta use your Royal Carriage on Necropolis to get all your actions. I guess some other things, but
yeah, just you know, what you gotta do is just like play some market squares, and then you play the priest, and then you just RC the priest a lot. Like some of those being owls, and then you just have a lot of you have a lot of money.
yeah.
That seems obvious and really just easy to do on this board.
Oops.
That was sad.
This is the worst owl in the world. The absolute worst.
Yeah.
Just shuffle trigger your bottom. I mean, to be fair, that was partly their fault, right? The bottom card was known, I guess, and oh man.
It's just so nice to click on the way on
This
your
is a
Necropolis.
bad shuffle trigger too, isn't it? Maybe it's okay.
It seems okay given that you're. Well, maybe not.
I mean, they did bottom.
No, it would be okay because if the Mountain Bank wasn't the last card,
yeah,
then, you know,
it would have been fine if the Mountain Bank hadn't hidden. Though it also looked a lot better because they did find the RC. Though, it looked a little better because they found the RC.
I really like this board. It's a lot of fun.
Poor Mario. See, he has an RC though, right? Yeah, okay. He didn't use it.
He was surprised. I guess just wants to junk, but like I want to trash and junk.
Yeah, I think I'm into the getting one trash there.
Yeah.
But Tracer looks just so far ahead. It's gonna end up double RCing here or something. Something obscene. Maybe not quite, but Yep. Yeah, there it is.
Mm.
I wonder what you'd take on this 5. You could just do a catacombs.
That seems okay. Yeah.
There are other. I mean, other things aren't like unreasonable.
I would think about spices just because it's spices.
I think I want an action. I don't think I want a treasure. For what the deck looks like.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe you want like,
because right now he just has a bunch of royal carriages, which I mean they can be owled themselves, so it sort of works anyway. But
yeah, I mean, I guess you're right. If you don't start out with like the cantrip or the necropolis in hand, it's not as good. So
maybe
it
he
should have
goes
been.
Province Market Square, okay, or just this double Market Square. I don't. Well, where are we at in the? Royal carriages work too, since you just have to do the owl first, and then you can call still, or not call, but
Oh yeah, okay.
like
Yeah,
like Mario
yeah,
didn't have to end that turn.
Mm-hmm.
There was a way to draw on there.
Mm.
How far they would have gotten, but I don't know. But there was a way to do it because you can owl and then not owl to get your action back.
Yeah.
But this will just be good enough for Tracer to win easy. How many? Unfortunately, he doesn't have, 6 cards or something that he can trash them all. Oh, he's also out of royal carriages. Oh, he didn't do it. Oh, I guess the curses aren't gone. I was kind of working in my mind. I assumed they were, but they're not.
No, they've been doing a surprisingly good job of blocking here.
Sad for Tracer to have to do the. Oh, this is Mario. Never mind.
Yeah, it looks like the problem for Mario might wind up being that they don't have enough buys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this turn can be pretty big, but no market squares. No more market squares.
Yeah, I mean they just have the one, I guess. So
It is sort of surprising that Tracer hasn't been able to do a turn that was like quad province or something.
yeah, I think it's just not having enough junk.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we have didn't mean to hit play. All right, so that's Tracer Mario. The but that was even with Tracer's effort there at the end, or maybe there's something that I don't think it's missing anything. So
yeah, it doesn't look like anyone's playing. So
didn't quite make it. Is anyone? It's optional, but anyway, okay. I do this bad thing where I'll be typing on Discord and then I talk like there's like anybody has any idea what I'm. All right. Okay, I'm just gonna assume that these are good. And
presumably
then,
someone will like yell at you if they aren't.
Did Crabcat and Mario play? That's looking like a no. Oh, Lopex is on the game. But they can't catch. Who are you playing?
No.
Okay. In first player, Mario versus Crabcat random. Oh, Dan's playing fully Aura. Okay.
Gotta really salt that that high score there.
All right. Mario and Crabcat can of course start.
Yeah, they're going.
Pretty good one.
Got some fun with toil, looks like.
There's a few things you can do here.
You can click on some cards.
There's no lack of cards for clicking. I don't know, man. This is... You've got the Fairy Seer stuff. You've got...
Oh yeah, I didn't even see Fairy there.
You've got livery stuff. You've got black... Of course, whatever nonsense black market's going to provide. Mario's going with an armory right off the bat, which I guess is like a hostelry angle. I'm not sure of it. I guess if you do a fairy as well, it's pretty good in that way.
Yeah.
Crabcat fairies the seers. So that's kind of what I was actually thinking would be the angle if you opened this way. But also Mario got a bonkers draw turn 3.
Yeah, that amp and hitting 6. That's a good combo.
So now you're just top ticking a seer. This is actually super bad for Crabcat. But there's still stuff to do. I think it's not over, but it may become over depending on exactly how the ambassador stuff comes out.
it feels a little bit like the ambassador stuff is going to wind up being kind of slow-ish, given that like, well, I mean, mostly just like that you don't have terminal space yet.
Yeah. Yeah, there is a little bit of an issue with that, but I assume you can just pick up a hostelry one turn and then you're mostly okay.
Yeah, I mean, it'll start working, but like, it's not, Crabcat has like some time to build before the junking really like destroys them.
Mm-hmm. I think I returned 2 coppers.
Yeah.
I think it's bad enough. I guess you can. Yeah, I mean, you can play the black market and see if you get something really good, and then toil.
I mean, that doesn't seem just like strictly better or whatever.
Yeah. Even if it's like really unlikely that it changes anything, it's like free to do.
Mm-hmm.
This is probably there's a bit of anti-synergy kind of in how Crabcat is doing things with the mix of livery and the seer stuff, but probably fine.
Yeah, I don't know if the livery was like correct then, given how it's not going to gain that many horses for a little bit.
Yeah, Mario does need to basically just bite the bullet at some point and get a village.
Yeah, well, here you can return to estates and just buy a hostelry, and that seems perfectly good. Or I guess this is just better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this looks very, very, very good for Mario.
Mm-hmm.
Because like now the armory can really rapidly correct the terminal thing, like because you can gain 1 this turn and play it and play all your terminals, and you have like a reasonably good job or good chance of just drawing through deck here. Well, with this starting hand, it would be hard not to, but
and Crabcat really needs to find some thinning sooner rather than later. Or they could get a potion. Just draw those coppers. This seems like a bad order.
is there a seer played too soon or what? Because
otherwise, just that I feel like you would want to play the black market before the hostelry, or I mean before the armory.
Oh, okay. Well, but then it doesn't work, right? Or maybe I'm confused. Because then you can't draw the hostelry you gain off armory.
Yeah, that's true.
I think you have to do it this way. I mean, there's some things you can do with toil, but
yeah. I mean, I was just imagining toiling again. I mean, this is better. I mean, it definitely is, given that you found the proc there.
this is it. Congratulations, Mario.
Yeah. Not too many ways for Crabcat to come back here, although maybe
I guess to be fair, he does have a deck still. Like it's not.
Yeah.
It's not like his deck sucks.
No, it's just not as good.
Mario has to just proc. Now just find some payload stuff to add in, and then it'll be pretty fast, pretty crazy.
Yeah.
It's not a great, kind of the most obvious payload besides whatever you can get from black market is Courtier, but there's not really a good target for Courtier.
I guess maybe that's what you're looking for, is like the triple type from the black market.
I guess you have the AM, so maybe it's fine already to do it.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely like, definitely what you do, since otherwise you just don't have a buy.
Yeah. I mean, you can also just like have all 4 black markets or something.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
the other way to try it until at least until you find whatever thing that makes better payload.
So Crabcat does get the cartographer, which
that's pretty bad.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it was essentially just free to get one of those things, but I would still choose. Well, I guess Witch. There's an obvious downside to that, so I guess the cartographer was just the best one to get there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's fair. I didn't. Four coppers, 5 horses. Let's file a bug report.
We can give it to Crabcat. They need the help to get back into this.
Straight for the young witch. That's a bit odd.
I guess I want to maybe proc it and get a livery there. I could see that being okay.
You have the actions for that?
I don't know how many more hostelries they have down there.
I assume you're proccing like the horse. One of those, like the taking a black cat or something, there was also kind of free that they didn't go for. Mario didn't go for.
Yeah. Yeah, it does seem good.
And it was a triple type.
Yeah.
And even if it weren't, you probably could procession it or something. Mario gets livery. I wonder when the best time actually is to play the cartographers. Because like that one did nothing for him.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I have no idea. I would guess at the start of your turn, given that, like, if it does nothing for you, you're pretty happy with the turn, probably.
There may be some times where, like, Seers get 3 or so coppers on top, and maybe then it doesn't. Maybe it's better. I definitely feel like the young witch was not that good.
That felt like a please resign,
Mm-hmm. So many horses. So many coppers. Masterpiece, get 8 silver or 10 silvers, whatever. I don't know.
I mean, that's definitely the best option out of those 3 cards. So.
Oh yeah, the gray rubber is fine. I was thinking about Kimmy's question.
Oh, okay,
like what pull would help them the most? Maybe counter forge.
Yeah, forge would be good too. I mean, probably outpost is still better than any of those, but
yeah.
So now Crabcat can spin hostelries a little bit forever.
8 coppers, 10 horses. The bugs just keep getting worse and worse.
At least we don't have a swashbuckler here, so you don't get to
I'm
gain
just
10
joking.
horses and a gold.
I'm just joking, Kimmy. Thanks for the laugh. To get another young witch.
Oh man, that's just so excessive.
They also do it before playing livery.
Yeah, that highlight looks pretty good, gotta say.
So mean with the curses.
Yeah, it's just rude.
Look, oh, we need a message Crabcat to go for pile out. Let them know. Just whatever, you lower every pile you can get your hand on. Fortunately, they don't really have any pile out power to speak of.
Yeah, they would need to like pull.
You can do, I guess they can do a pretty good amount of armory chaining.
Yeah, that's true. They got a lot of actions.
And
so
if they get
chain some armories.
Yeah, if you get 2 liveries down and then you start doing that, you can probably go through that pretty far.
Yeah, and then like you just need like a yeah.
I bet you can get there in 2 turns.
Oh yeah, in 2 turns definitely. It's not that far from being able to get there this turn.
Although yeah, you just run out of actions. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you need to pull. You need a good. You need like what you need is the stonemason from the black market.
Yeah. Right, to empty the seers prior to. You like need to be able to empty seers and get a city.
Yeah. It seems difficult without having anything that costs 6 in your deck, but
yeah. But you could definitely, like, if you knew the state of Mario's hand, you could win this game.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you could finish with like top decking 2 seers.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to lower all the armories, just some of them, or not top decking 2 seers, but 1 anyway.
I mean, with the right draws, Crabcat could win this next turn even without like they just have to take like some cities here, basically.
Right. They don't have to actively go for the finish, and still it would be in range. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably like, if this is your deck anyway, you probably should be thinking about doing some armories regardless, I would think.
Yeah, for horses and stuff, and pile control, and just good things in general.
Just like not even if you know your opponent has dudded, but just on the chance that they do, to make your finish a little more feasible.
Yeah.
Don't think the courtier's all that nice for that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of Crabcat is does have a problem here where they do not have a hostelry to gain at the end of this turn to make everything nice.
I think you
again.
definitely need to finish with a top deck seer. I wonder, you can also do a farmland or two to get more horses.
Yeah, that's an interesting thought.
This will be a city, I guess. I don't think lowering the curses even helps you. Like, that just makes the pile out easier. Maybe it doesn't.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't have the buy. Maybe buys isn't really the angle, so. Too bad.
Yeah.
It would have been really funny to see that sequence lead to this finish. Or to lead to a finish where Crab Hat won. Which is not over yet, but it's going to be. Mario will be able to do quite a bit on their turn. Because Mario's going to be able to activate cities.
Yeah. Mario is a little lacking in payload because they have Young Witch as like a pretty substantial part of their payload. So
yeah, but they can highway and then gain whatever things, some like
stuff,
duchies cheaper and stuff. Because you can procession an armory for a couple duchies and another city or a courtier or whatever. And that's already pretty close to like however many points you need. I don't think you procession horse. Like, that looks just wrong to me.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need. Well, they're
You'd have to check the actions for sure, but
yeah. But like playing the Young Witch, that can't be correct.
Unless you're winning, I mean.
Yeah, but I don't see it.
You have enough actions to play everything that you have left, so you would play the Young Witch, I assume.
Oh yeah, I guess you do have enough actions. I was thinking more like, you know, a line where you like instead of procking the horse, you proc the armory, and then you have fewer actions.
The armory for courtier like is just like not even gaining you anything. I don't think netting you really anything at all.
You can get gold.
It's just like costing you draw.
I mean, not that you're short draw, but yeah.
You should probably have played the black market before a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume that there was a finish.
That seems pretty likely. Like there's a lot of optionality you have. I'm not seeing whatever win Appa was looking at though.
I'm not either. I'm not seeing the pile.
Yeah.
Also, maybe was something. I don't know. There may have been some toil things that could have been done. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, definitely you could toil some armories if you need to.
Yeah, I think the question is like whether. Yeah, like maybe you can get the armory pile out and then some duchies.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. That one's a little awkward. You probably need to do the livery second there, or not second, before the highway if you're doing armory stuff to make sure you can redraw things.
Well, they had so much draw left over, I don't know. Because they had like seer.
Yeah. But if you're like trying to empty the whole armory pile.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah,
you're definitely right about the what Crabcat's turns look like when he doesn't end by buying a hostelry issue. Because that certainly the turns never did anything after that turn where that happened.
Yeah, you really gotta pull like Grave Robber and Lurker in order to be able to continue the fun.
Look, it's King Score.
It's always,
if only someone had gotten that.
Yeah, that would have been good.
No, it doesn't help now. I don't know if Minion Pawn is listening or not, but they're not.
I mean, you may as well still. I mean, I don't know. Can you still get pro? I mean, it doesn't matter really anymore. It's kind of the point because it's really easy for M to finish here.
Hmm.
What did you just stop here in Armory the Curses?
Yeah, Armory Curse, Armory Duchy. By whatever. By province. All right. We got Dan versus Mario for the finals. That's not Dan. Dan's not very good at. Dan's not great at reading names of opponents he's playing, or.
It's all just the same person, you know.
Dan.
Yeah.
Dan's so funny. I don't know if they're gonna make a table or what. Mario maybe made a table. No. Someone make a table. One of you guys.
Mario's got a table.
There you
now,
go. Mario's
so,
got a table. All right. It's got to be Dan first. All right, there they go.
All right, we have fun with knights and chariot race.
Oh yeah, called JSH.
I guess you open, I don't know, I would open the scavenger, I think, like scavenger silver. I would not open Sir Martin, that's bad.
I guess if it doesn't get hit for a long time, you can get peddlers.
Yeah, I mean, it's like one of the better knights here for sure, but you want sentry extremely badly.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going there for sure, scavenger, just scavenger silver.
Yeah, getting a falconer before you get your first knight like could be good. I could see that being all right.
And does go for Martin.
Yeah, it's surprising to me. I don't know. It seems like it's going to be a fairly long time before Martin pays off.
Yeah, I mean, it could hit. I mean, like if all you want to do is buy a two, like if your idea is to do the peddlers, then
Yeah, but
or you could just shuffle. You could also just shuffle really well.
This natural 5 here, but I don't think that makes it good. Like
that's the real.
I don't even think it's GG because like Mario still gets their sentry, and like I think Mario is fine having a sentry and having one dead silver.
Maybe it's gonna die. The sentry's gonna die right now. Dead sentry.
Okay, that'd be very sad.
Told you. There you go.
No.
Let's see.
I'm just crying on Mario's behalf here.
Never listen to xyrix talk about Martin ever again. What does he know?
that was the best Martin. Oh man.
maybe we should have let Crabcat play him.
Yeah, maybe. Well, it's not too late. Like, we can. We give Crabcat a shot.
Should have to go again. All right. Well,
it's too easy. I don't think. Yeah. Yeah. Congratulations to Dan and to Sir Martin, the real hero of.
I'm just gonna pop in and say I was so lucky today.
That was something. I called it. I mean, as soon as the Martin was in your top of your shuffle and he had just bought the sentry, I could feel it was there.
I think I maybe had 1 player 2 game today. It was just one of those days.
All right. But Dan, that's pure skill. That's the most important Dominion skill there is.
Oh, absolutely.
So congrats on breaking your tie with Sam and you're one away from Tracer yet again. So
all right. Oh man, Sam caught up. Shoot.
Yeah. So it's you guys are a good bit ahead of the rest of the pack. Well, not too many people have multiples. So anyway, thanks everyone who played, and congrats to Dan and Mario and Minion Pawn and Crabcat on making the playoffs. And I will and thanks xyrix for coming and talking. You're not allowed to quit even though you finally got your win. You have to come back and play.
I will be there next weekend, I think. So
all right, cool.
We can all look forward to that.
All right, so see you guys all later.
Bye everyone.